Welcome and to another episode of the Stars and Scrums. So, after the men's Rugby Europe Championship has been brushed aside, it's time for the women's Rugby Europe Championship to take place. Now, between March and April, we're still going to have one round in March. And with me are four players representing their countries: Spain, the champions, Sweden, Netherlands, and Portugal. So, welcome to Linda, Laura, Maja, Sara, and they'll present themselves to you, to our fans who love rugby but might not know a bit about the players, the teams. So we'll find out today what to expect from each of these countries. So let's start first with the champions, Laura Delgado. Thank you for coming to the show. Um, Tell me, what can we expect from Spain, who are the champions and are working towards the Women's Rugby World Cup?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity to share about rugby, about our passion, and share more about each other. Um, for us, it's a big opportunity. We are in the way of the World Cup, so we are in a big moment for us. We are looking for our best performance to in the World Cup. So this opportunity to play another Euro Championship is huge for us.
Well, it's going to be huge, and you face Netherlands in November, also in the past Women's Premier Championship. Linda, Spain and Netherlands have become one of the biggest clashes on Rugby Europe, be it men's or women's. Um, what can we look forward for your team for this season?
Yeah, I think it's always great games when we play each other. I think it really helps us with our development, and yeah, they're always great games to play. I think for us, after WXV, obviously not qualifying for the World Cup right now, we have a new head coach. We are really trying to develop our younger players, so our focus this season and coming games will be really on focusing, yeah, looking at the breadth of our team and the depth of our team, and really developing the younger players that we have, and yeah, maybe throwing them a little bit in the deep end, but see, yeah, what we can do and how we can develop in the coming years, really.
And I'll go back to you about the young, but also the experienced. And you are one of the most experienced members of the squad. Ma- Maya, Sweden is one of those nations that is slowly growing towards something bigger. So, what can we expect? I don't like to use the same words, but as it is it's such a new team, what can fans watch and hold dear about Sweden this year?
I think we're looking to be like almost like a new and improved sides. We're definitely looking to just step up from last year, get some really competitive performance together, and hopefully, like, obviously looking for a first win in the championship. We have lots of new players in the squad this year, which has been really exciting, and we're just looking to be more physical and exciting this year. And I think and hope you can expect that from us.
Good. And Sara, your team is the one that's opening the competition this weekend against Spain in Cartagena, Portugal. So a new stadium for Portuguese rugby, which is interesting. So what can you share with fans about the team's works? I know you've already played a warm-up game with Brazil, like Spain. So share us about the novelties with the team.
We've had a few camps together to build us up to this first game. It's probably a tough game to start the competition off, especially with Spain being such a competitive, strong side, and obviously looking forward to the World Cup. But we've been training hard, and playing Brazil last weekend was a really good test for us, and it prepared us physically. And like we say, like Brazil are also a very physical side. So something that's probably with the girls have not had for a while. That's that sort of physicality in the game. So it's put us in a good way coming into Spain this weekend, and obviously first time we're playing away from Lisbon, which will be good to move women's rugby away from Lisbon and give other supporters the chance to come and support sport and watch women's rugby.
And that's good. It's great to know about supporting women's rugby and Portuguese rugby and all other nations. Linda, you were talking about breeding the young in this setup. As the Women's Rugby Europe team has progressed, you and Spain have been here for quite a while now. Other teams have joined, others are gone, some are returning. So, how do you see your team progressing forward? Can you explain to us what is this new generations coming to the team and how the I'm not like to say the old, but the more experienced can help them become a stronger team for the future?
Yeah, like you said, we've been playing in the rec for a while now. I think in the Netherlands we have been developing with academies and certain systems like that, and I think you can see a lot of improvement from the young girls coming through that. Like I only started playing rugby when I was 17. So I never really experienced, but also in that time when I started, those academies or things like that weren't in place in the Netherlands. So right now you can see a lot of improvement from already at a young age, very skillful players coming up that just need actually more game time under their belt. And yeah, I think those are one of the things. I think after WXV, we look back on what should we improve, where are things that, well, kind of let us down for us not to qualify for the World Cup. And I think for us, it was definitely the broad and the depth of the squad that kind of let us down next to maybe experience that we lacked on at certain areas in the game. So I think that was one of the things we just really want to focus on, that we give more people opportunities. And maybe that means that we need to do a step back, but we almost see it as we want to improve for the next World Cup qualifying opportunity, and we want to take this time really to work on our yeah, depth and improvement. And yeah, we have quite a few experienced players like myself, so it is a great opportunity for us to, yeah, help out with the coaching staff, the younger girls, and they are just really excited and like they want to improve and they want to almost put all their own time in improving as well, which is really cool to see. So yeah, I'm just really excited to see how that will be, and not just only these 3 games, but what's going to be next and how we can improve to just progress and progress.
Before going to Maya, I ask you a question that I will also ask her is having players like, for example, Isa Prince, who told that she started playing with 9, so it's completely different. What was your experience? How great is it to have so many young girls starting so young for the future? Do you feel proud for what you have achieved thus far to inspire these new generations to join rugby and join your ranks?
Yeah, 100%. Like seeing Isa coming through, especially making her first minutes with Bimba in at Quins, it's just such a proud moment. Like obviously, at the game was against me, so it's like we're playing against each other. But when I saw her come on the field, I almost want to like help her out, because I it's so good, and I'm sure the girls feel the same. If like you It's been quite difficult for Dutch players to get opportunities in the PWR. So for Isa to get an opportunity, and we have another girl or 2 other girls that play with university teams, like it's so good to see, and they learn so much from it as well. And when they come back, and like you say, experienced players giving experience to the younger girls, it makes such a difference. And I'm sure the girls feel the same, like Bimba, for example, with her teammates also. So yeah, it has a big impact and gives a lots of confidence as well, I would say.
It's great to know. Maya, you have become also one, entering for the more experienced players in your squad, as you were born in 1997. So, how big is for you to see your journey until here? Because some years ago you were starting your life with the national side. Now you are one of the leaders in the national team, leading by example. So, tell us about this growth, this change within Swedish rugby.
I think we've come such a long way, just seeing the growth in all the players and the sport in Sweden since just starting playing girls rugby is amazing. Like we're getting so many more girls and women into the sport. We're getting girls who are moving abroad to become better players, then coming back home to share their experience. I think it's just made such a big difference, and you can see it like inspiring everyone at home as well. Yeah, it's just amazing to see the impact it's had, and to be even like a small part of that journey or a small part of that change, and like inspiring people. Yeah, it's just amazing.
Talking about impact, do you think the Women's Rugby Europe Championship and its growth in the last years has helped to give more visibility for the Swedish national team?
100%. I think a lot of people still don't realise that there is a Swedish women's rugby team. So first of all, it makes people open up their eyes a bit more to what rugby is and what rugby is in smaller nations, and that we can actually have really class players even in smaller rugby nations. And second of all, like just having competition like the championship as an opportunity to come and play in, I think inspires so many more players and people who might haven't given rugby a go yet, but maybe want to. And I think it motivates people to keep working or keep giving the sport a go. And I think, yeah, it's a big like springboard for players and people in general to feel like they have something to strive for.
And that's great to know and to figure out that Sweden is growing. Sara, I know that you were born in Portugal, but went very young to England. Do you think the impact of the Portuguese women's national team in this Women's Europe Championship since you joined it has helped the sport to progress on the women's side in Portugal?
Yeah, yes, 100%. I think the fact that we know we're guaranteed to have these competitive games in Rugby Europe every year just pushes the league to be better in Portugal and pushes the players to keep training and working hard within their clubs and away from their clubs, because they know they've got the opportunities to represent Portugal and represent everyone around them. So it just gives you that goal, that aim, something to look forward to, and to know that you're facing such strong nations makes you work even harder. So it's Rugby Europe for us is so important, and I think it's very important for smaller nations because we probably don't get as many opportunities as the bigger nations, as in the Six Nations. And luckily, now we've got the WXV, which enables nations like ours to compete and look at Spain and look at Netherlands. They've gone out there and they've performed, and they've really put nations like ours on the map. And it's not to look away, and we're here to fight, and we're here to perform, and we won't shy away. And I'm not just talking about Portugal, I'm talking about all of these nations here in Rugby Europe. We will keep fighting, and hopefully Rugby Europe can keep developing, and these opportunities can keep coming, and hopefully we'll have more nations like ours in WXV and the Rugby World Cup one day.
And we hope that happens. Talking about Rugby World Cup, Laura, Spain is going to represent Netherlands, Sweden, Portugal, also Belgium and Germany, as they're already restarting their women's programs. So how big do you think this competition is for your nation? And do you feel proud to represent Rugby Europe, the Rugby Europe community in such a big stage as the World Cup?
100%. I'm feeling so proud already. Listen, these girls, because it's like a feeling I can't explain, but I'm sure they also feel we are not a nation from the tier one, so we have something in common. And I have been playing 9 Euro Championship already, and I can see how all of us grow, and I'm very happy and proud of that. That last year our Euro Championship was the most competitive that I always play. So definitely for us is we know that we represent all of them, and it's something that we make us proud, and also we feel the responsibility to how Lindy was telling that we come from small nations in rugby, but you can see how Maja, Sara, and Linde, they are very big players. They are so talented, they are so good. So for us, it's very difficult to play in the England league, but we don't know yet the reason, because doesn't matter where you come from. You can be the best player in the world, still coming from wherever place.
Laura, as you are the most experienced player around this table that we are discussing, do you think the Women's Rugby Europe Championship has really progressed as a competition? You said last year was a very competitive season, but do you think after 9 years with the Spanish squad, it has really progressed to become such a big competition?
Yeah, 100% is growing, and I expect personally that this year also will be competitive, because it's good for all of us. And I hope to see and share other W15 and also World Cup with other nations like Netherlands, Portugal, and Sweden.
Maya, now before we talk about how you view each and any of your rivals, how would you sell the Women's Rugby Europe Championship to fans that are sports fans but are not accustomed to watch rugby?
I just want people to realize that it's really a sport for everyone, and to sell it in that way, like it's a sport for everyone, and it's such an exciting game. There's a place for everyone, and you can see that really anyone can play on the big stage. I think that's a really big part of, especially the European Championship, because like all of you girls have already said, like we come from smaller rugby nations, but we still work hard week in, week out to represent our countries. And it doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter what your background is. If you just work hard, like you can end up playing on the big stage like we can do. And I think that's a really good way of selling it to people and opening up their eyes that there's more to rugby than just watching tier 1 as well. Like this is a really exciting competition. Just give it a go and you'll be hooked.
And you will be hooked. Sarah, it's your turn. How would you market the Women's Rugby Europe Championship to this type of fans?
Without obviously copying already what's been said, I think it's competitive games. Like, don't underestimate us for being, like, I know we keep saying it, the smaller nations and not tier 1, but there's real talent in this Rugby Europe talent in all competition in all of these teams, and you can see it from all these players that are playing in the PWR. You got Claudia Pena, who's killing the PWR and setting it alight. So just because we aren't playing these Six Nations doesn't mean that there's not talent. These games are competitive. They're fun. They're exciting. The forwards are strong. The backs have got great hands, great feet. We are exploring all types of rugby. It's not just basic forwards carry. The backs are also very exciting. So come and give it a go. You like she said, you'll be hooked. So give it opportunity. Don't just be stuck to what you know. Don't be afraid to stepping out and exploring a different competition that you've probably not used to before. And we've, like you say, where the girls have been playing in WXV, they're going to compete in the World Cup. So there is talent here. Come and give it a watch, even if it's not in person. Watch it on Rugby Europe online, and you'll be sure to enjoy every minute of every game.
Thank you. And Linda, what are the main selling points for the Women's Rugby Europe Championship from your perspective?
Um, well, without saying stuff that has already been said, I think, to be honest, it's also like a really great day out for families. And I think the main selling point would hopefully also be little girls being inspired to pick up a rugby ball. And yeah, if I speak for myself, it really changed my life once I started playing rugby. And I think, yeah, I hope it inspires little girls and boys to play the sport and experience something different that, like Maya says, really is for everyone. And yeah, I hope that that's the selling point, that you find something you can thrive for and you can work for together, and you just really enjoy.
And just before we go to Laura, you're talking about enjoyment. The games are not only fun to watch; they are physical, aggressive in a positive manner. So for you, the competition is has become like a good product to put out there and show. Women's rugby has really progressed from what was 10 years ago.
Yeah, 100%. I think you can see the development, like Bimba was saying. Last year is probably the most competitive we've played against everybody within the rec. So I think it shows that, like, the development all the teams are making. And like Sarah said before, it's important that we get games because we just don't get as much game time. So I think, like, the games that we get to play, we all are like working for quite a period and really looking forward to. So once that game really happens, it's, yeah, I think it's one of the better games that you can come and watch, and you can see the development. And it's, maybe it's almost like a teaser for the World Cup, so people should just really come and watch.
Okay, teaser for World Cup. That's good to know. Laura, how would you sell to your to the Spanish fans? Because there's a lot of sports in Spain. You win too much in those sports. So, how would you sell to Spanish sports fans to come and watch the Women's Rugby Europe Championship?
I will say that if they don't know yet the rugby community, they can find a very good place, a safe place, an enjoy place, and different. I think if you can come to watch a rugby game for first time, you can have the feeling that this sport is different. And if you already know rugby, give the opportunity to watch the rugby Euro Championship. Uh, yeah, give the opportunity to the women's side, because I'm sure they will surprise how they can enjoy watching us, because we enjoy and work hard to play. So I think we can show that.
Now, going to the final, we still have some questions, but now going to the final, more interactive questions. Laura, I'll start for you. Is how would you describe in 1 to 2 words max each and any of your rivals for the Women's Rugby Europe Championship? How would you describe Portugal, Sweden, and Netherlands? Your microphone is off, Laura. Don't forget. It's still off. Laura, your microphone, it's off.
I'm sorry, sorry. I will start with Netherlands because it was the last one that we play. I will say they are very. Mm, they transmit. They fight for everything. They. Uh, I will not say powerful. It's difficult, Francisco, in one word.
You have two. You can 2 words.
Or they are like a furious, but in a good way. You know, they fight for everything. They are all the time, yeah, working hard. So I would say furious.
And Portugal, how would you describe Portugal?
Wow, Portugal. I think they are the most similar to us. I think they play with a lot of passion. Passion, yeah.
Mhm.
For Sweden, I will say something quite similar. In like they work. I don't know how to say in one word with my English. So, but also something similar that passion because the last year, like they was working for 80 minutes. You know, they was losing, but still working hard. Doesn't like it didn't matter the score, and that is means a lot. Show a lot from the team.
And Sweden.
Yeah, I mean that
Okay.
for Sweden. Sorry.
Okay. So now, Linda, your turn. Spain. How would you describe Spain in 1 to 2 words?
That's actually quite difficult. I was thinking about it. I think like what Bimba is saying about passion, but yeah, I feel like you can say that about all as well. But I feel like always playing Spain, yeah, the passion comes forward in like how they work for each other, but how they also work um, on and off the ball. So I would say that. I think for if I go to Portugal, then uh, this is difficult to find like it in one word. I must say.
If you can give, if you want to give more than 1 word, you can.
Yeah. I think what I remember, I think especially looking at last year for Portugal, it was a really tough game away. And yeah, I think they came with a lot of power immediately from the first moment. And I think the same is with that, like the heart they had for each other and how hard they worked and made it difficult. I think the power and the passion that they had, I would say those 2 words if I can choose two.
Mhm.
And then for Sweden, I think I don't know if electric is the right word because I might maybe am translating this different to Dutch than it is in English, but I will explain. So I think I'm saying electric more because I think like they have loads of speed, but they have loads of players that are very how do you say that, stepping speed, but with the sevens players they have as well. But I think again the passion that they have for each other comes with that too. I think at the end of the day, maybe passion also comes from we are all amateurs and we have a lot of passion for our country and for each other. So maybe that is just a word that I would say would come from all of us. So I hope I explained that well,
Yeah,
but okay.
perfect. Electric is a good word. Maya, your turn. So start with Spain.
Spain. It's such a difficult question. But like, and just to reiterate, like what both of you just said, like you can see passion there, but for every single one of you, like every nation, passion just shines through. But Spain, how do I explain it? It's like fast and strong. Like it's that versatility in the team, like such a variety of threats, just hard to deal with because of that.
Mhm.
Um, hmm,
It's a good way
I'm
to,
really
to.
bad at this. Yeah.
No, no, it was a good way to.
Um,
Netherlands then.
yeah, Netherlands. Like, I want to say something similar because it's like the development you've seen from the Netherlands side in the last couple of years has been amazing. Um, so I think power is a really good word because you can see it from everyone, like every single one in the team, from the forwards out to the back. It's such a power in what you do, like even if it's those big carries in the middle or if it's the leg drive of finding and using space out wide, it's like that power all the way through.
Mhm.
And Portugal, again, I don't know if this is like the right translation word for it, but like I want to say like feisty, but like a good feisty, you know, that like you don't know exactly what's expected in every phase, but it's like electric backs, like, you know, that footwork and that pace and power from everyone. It's like, yeah, I don't know the right translation for it, but like a good feisty, if that makes
Feisty is good.
sense.
Feisty is good.
Yeah, but like in terms of like the physical aspects and the skills. Yeah.
Sara, last. So, how would you describe Sweden?
Oh gosh, I've been racking my brain here trying to think of every word I know. And Sweden, from like last year's, our game was a bit. We had the worst conditions possible, but they kept fighting. They kept fighting to the end, and they were really strong in defense and really brought it to us. They were very physical. It was very much a forwards game, with the weather we had. So like they're a bit new to Rugby Europe as well, like us. So still growing. And how am I going to narrow that down into words? Okay. Physical, yeah, physical and hardworking. They've probably already been said, but that's how I describe them.
Netherlands.
Netherlands, definitely physical for sure. Like for us, Portugal, quite a small nation. So we come across Netherlands, which are very strong in contact, very hard, once again, hardworking, a very strong, experienced team, I'd say.
And Spain.
Spain, without like I said, they kind of have threats all over the park. So forwards and backs. I would like to call them, like, I don't want to use the word trendsetter because that's not the word I'm looking for. So I'm going to leave that up to you to try and find a better word. But they've kind of they've paved the path for us. Yeah. So I that's what I would use for Spain, like benchmarkers of sort of set where we work to where they are and have like set the path for all of us to be able to achieve that as well. And we can all do it in different ways, but they've kind of been the first to do it.
Okay, good. Last two questions. Now this is an easy one. You just have to pick the player that from your teams that you like the most watch. 1 to 2 players, but one will suffice. Sara, who's your favorite Portuguese player to watch play?
Adelina. She's one of our forwards, back row. She is so strong in contact. She's a strong ball carrier, but strong in defense as well. But is someone who's also evasive before contact. And when she breaks that line, it's pretty hard to stop.
Maja, from Sweden.
I think one to definitely watch is Elizabeth Sonnenholzner, one of our flankers. She also plays sevens for us, and she's just such a versatile threat, like in everything she does. She looks tiny, but she's so strong and powerful and explosive. So like big carries, but such a good skill set in terms of like offloads, jackling, picking the right gaps to run into, and a really like hard hitter in defense as well.
Mm-hmm. Linde, your favorite player?
I'm gonna say Pleuni Kiefiet. So she's one of our players who've been with us for a while, and she plays sevens as well. She's one of the more experienced players. She plays 10, 13, but just her ability of reading the game and helping other people into space, but also reading the defense and some of the shots she puts in for her size, I think, just when she's on the ball, what she can create in just such a small space with herself or by using other players, I think is really good to watch. And so I would name her.
Laura.
Yeah. So you know already Claudia Peña. I also will say are a few young talent players like Ana Peralta. She already showed against Brazil how dangerous she can be. I think she's really good defending and also with ball in hands.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Linda, to finish things off, a message for your Dutch fans at home who watch this show and are getting ready for the Women's Rugby Europe Championship and for your first game against Portugal in the 4th of April.
Yeah. So for the 6th of April, of course, we play Portugal at home. It will be our first game of the rec. I think if you watch the whole show, then you've heard loads of reasons why you should 100% come to the game. But I think, yeah, we would love to see everybody again and thank them for all the support that they have given us over the whole period. And yeah, we just want to show them basically what we've been working on, and we're really excited to put it all together in a game and can't wait to see them in Amsterdam.
Thank you. Laura, a message to the fans at home. And message to the fans at home.
Uh, Obviously that I would love to have them to support us because we are very exciting to play this Euro Championship when we can feel they are close to us in the crowd or just watching us online we can feel so it's very important for us and we will love to feel the support in this important way for us.
Sara, a message for the Portuguese fans.
We've only got one game at home, so it's one opportunity to come and support us in the stands. And we like I said at the start, we are moving away from Lisbon, only an hour, but giving other new fans the opportunity to come and support. And if there is any support in the Netherlands and in Sweden, then if you're Portuguese, come and shout very loud, bring your flags, and we'll be 1000% grateful to have you in the stands supporting us and pushing us along the 80 minutes.
Maja, to finish, message.
I think the support really does mean the world for us. I think we've all been a bit disappointed with our performances in most of the games last season and the season before. We feel like we've got more to give, and we're excited this year to come out and show why we're not a nation you can just count out. And yeah, we're excited to show an improved and stronger sides. So having people there to support would just mean the world for us, and to have you there all the way to help us actually fight from the start to the finish, yeah, would mean the world.
And so, thank you all for coming for the Stars and Scrums to talk about your nations, about the Women's Rugby Europe Championship, and much more. So, the competition starts this Saturday, the 29th of March. Portugal, Spain will meet in the Estádio Municipal do Cartacho in Portugal. And then next weekend, we have a full round with Spain hosting Sweden on the 5th of April, and then Netherlands on the next day against Portugal, also hosting the lowest. So it's going to be interesting. And then we have until the 19th of April, good games from the Women's Rugby Europe Championship. You can watch all games on Rugby Europe TV, but also check on our website to see what the official broadcaster for each nation as well. Spain have one, and I think the Netherlands and Sweden might have one, but it will be announced before the competition start. So thank you all for coming for the show. See you on the pitch and good luck to everyone. Bye.